Investigation is underway into the cause of this large grass fire in Mercedes. The area between Weslaco and Mercedes in the floodway went up in flames earlier today. Crews are still on scene. The Mercedes fire marshal is investigating. Several acres of dry grass were scorched. Our chief meteorologist Tim Smith joins us live from the area with more. Tim.
Right, Letty, we're in the middle of the floodway. You can see the expressway back there and the fire trucks. You've probably, a lot of you driven by this today and saw the fire trucks and the scorched earth and perhaps a lot of the smoke as well. This is what's burning. Look how dry this stuff is, and there's a lot of scorched earth back there. When you take a close look at this, you see most of it's brown. There's still a little bit of green left in there, but not much. But because things are really drying out, and this really is what's on the ground out here, because things just continue to dry out, we've been moved into the dry category in the drought monitor. Take a look at the graphic, and the U.S. Drought Monitor now says a big chunk of the valley is abnormally dry. That's the yellow section, and that includes all of southern Hidalgo County, so everything from La Jolla to where we're standing, and then most of Cameron County. In fact, all of Cameron County is either abnormally dry or in the moderate stage of drought. So with the lack of rain just the last few days and weeks, the situation continues to dry out, and that's when you end up with the kind of stuff that I've got in my hand. If I put a match to this, it would go up in a hurry. Obviously, we're not going to do that, but boy, I tell you what, it's just getting drier and drier out here, and this is evidence of that. Now, once the fire starts, the wind is the enemy of that fire. It really keeps that fire going, and the winds today across the valley have been a little bit gusty, not bad, but for the most part out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles an hour, something like that. So once something starts, it spreads, and it spreads from the southeast to the northwest, from behind us, kind of in this general direction. We're just a little bit out of the line of the smoke, but boy, you can smell it. It's just a little bit off to the east of us where we're standing here. Of course, our Carolina Cruz has been here all day, and she's been looking into who owns all this land and what it's used for. Carolina?
We've been at the scene since early this afternoon. Crews have been working non-stop to put out some of the hot spots that have rekindled at times. The damage left behind is extensive, and the property owner says this is a big loss. Theo Martinez, better known as the Hidalgo County Cowboy, looks at his land in disbelief. Martinez tells us over 200 acres of his property were completely destroyed in multiple grass fires throughout the city of Mercedes.
Right now it's not raining, and we have round balers hay if we use it. And right now we lost no less than 150 round balers.
Around 150 bales of hay burned, costing Martinez over $8,000. That's not taking into account damage to the land. Martinez says with little rain in the forecast and hot days ahead, it'll be a while before the grass grows back.
They taking long time, to grow up again. And the round balers that we lost. We cannot make it back again.
Mercedes Emergency Management Coordinator George Garrett believes the fire started from a burning cigarette. Right now, he says the official cause still remains undetermined. Tonight, Garrett wants folks to be cautious.
What we recommend is, number one, if you're driving on the expressway, don't be throwing cigarettes or anything that's flammable out your windows as you drive.
Martinez says he'll assess the full extent of today's damage. He'll try to make do with what's left behind. No one was hurt during today's fires. George Garrett does tell me that they'll be looking into what caused the fire. The fire marshal will be the one to determine that. We'll be sure to pass that information along to you. Live in Mercedes, Carolina Cruz, Channel 5 News at 6.